Okay, excellent. Hey, all right, everybody, Korean barbecue, free demo over here today, right now. We're giving out samples in about 20 minutes. We're going to learn how to cook Korean barbecue in 20 minutes or less. So, let's begin. All right, my name is Carns. I just released the Gourmet Bachelor cookbook 6 months ago, and it's essentially bringing global flavor home in 20 minutes or less in a quick and easy way, local ingredients. And I pair each dish with wine, beer, sake, small batch bourbon. So if you want a quick and easy guide for a simple food preparation, maybe a Friday night date, maybe a poker party, or maybe you just want a satisfying dinner at home after a long day of work. We have 60 recipes, global recipes that you can prepare in 20 minutes or less. And today I'm going to demonstrate Korean barbecue. Just give you a little bit about my background. I actually have a graphic design background, not a chef, trained chef. I am a home cook. I have a passion for food, and I wanted to create a cookbook, design a cookbook, write a cookbook, test all of the dishes for home cooks. And that's essentially what you have here. You have quick and easy dishes that are written for home cooks. And also, graphic design background. So I moved to New York City about 12 years ago to create the first Super Bowl commercial. Worked in advertising, worked in design, designed websites, designed menus for restaurants in the food business, wine labels, and I just had this passion for food. I just wanted to do something with food, even though I was designing menus and websites. So I started testing recipes. I started going out to restaurants, global restaurants, in Hoboken. I started in Hoboken. And I noticed just so many different amazing global restaurants in Hoboken. There's a great Indian restaurant in Hoboken, great sushi restaurant, great Italian restaurant, Spanish restaurants, all over the place in Hoboken. And then I moved to Greenwich Village and I found the same thing, global food. And I wanted to write a book to bring all of those dishes home. And a quick and easy stuff. So here we are today. We're going to demonstrate Korean barbecue, and I'll start off with the marinade. It's very simple. Simple ingredients. Number one, ginger. And this ginger, fresh ginger, can be intimidating. Look at this. What do you do with this? How do you cut it? How do you peel this? It's easy, and I'll show you how to peel this easily. Garlic. Very important for Korean barbecue. Garlic is absolutely important. A little bit of soy sauce. A little bit of sesame seed oil. Now this makes it Korean, this makes it interesting. This adds depth and flavor to the marinade. And what's going to happen is we're going to marinate this steak just for 10 minutes. We're going to cut it thinly and tenderize the steak like sushi. The steak will be more tender than sushi and more flavorful than filet mignon. And this flavor will penetrate the thinly sliced steak and really create a nice flavor in 10 minutes. Then we're going to grill it for roughly 5 minutes. And that's it. So that's everything. I'll start off with the Korean part, with the marinade. Ginger. Does anybody use fresh ginger? Who uses fresh ginger? You use fresh ginger? You guys use fresh ginger? Because look at it. What do you do with this? When you look at this in a grocery store, I mean, I've seen people who use fresh ginger. What do I do with this? It's easy, and I'll show you how to peel this. So we're going to peel it easily with everybody has one of these, right? A tablespoon. So watch how easy this is. Grab a tablespoon, like this, down, and the flesh comes right off. It's so simple. Okay? So that's really it. Just use your spoon like this, and the outside comes straight off. And that's what you do with ginger. Simple. Now it's ready for the marinade. And garlic too. I mean, I love to cook with fresh ingredients. As a matter of fact, I only cook with fresh ingredients. Fresh vegetables, fresh garlic, fresh ginger, fresh sea bass, fresh fish, fresh meat, fresh everything. And garlic, it comes like this now in the grocery store. I mean, it comes with like the big garlic ball, but I love to just buy fresh peeled garlic. It's so easy to prepare. So my recipe calls for 6 garlic cloves. May seem like a lot, but again, Korean barbecue, raw garlic. And 2 tablespoons of ginger. So now, what do you do with this ginger? Well, I'll show you what I do with it. What you can do is you can cut up this ginger and dice it and measure 2 tablespoons and place it in the marinade. Or if you want more flavor from this ginger, what I love to do is to use a cheese grater. If you have just a regular Parmesan cheese grater at home, that's what I typically use. Here we have another type of grater. Works out just as well. What this will do is this will extract the liquid from the ginger. It'll extract the liquid from the ginger, and it'll keep the fiber from going into the marinade. So it's very simple. Just shade it like this. Shade and shade and shade. Okay. It's coming. So we pair wine with this dish as well. Let me ask, I know it's still in the AM in the morning. Does anybody like wine? Yes. That's what I thought. Now we're up. Now we're Chef Central. Yeah, this is great. And I do too. As a matter of fact, I do too. And I like it so much that I studied global wine at the ICE Culinary Institute for 2 years. And really learned about wine from France, from Italy, California, everywhere. And wine can be intimidating. Sometimes you go to a nice restaurant and the sommelier or the wine guy, he'll recommend a wine that if you try it, it's just too bitter, too sweet, it's not right for you. So what I've done is I tried all of those wines, and I recommend a wine or beer or sake per dish. With Korean barbecue, I recommend this wine. It's a Cabernet Franc. Now, if everybody likes Cabernet Sauvignon, and you want to try something slightly different, maybe you think Cabernet is too big, too explosive, or maybe you just really enjoy Cabernet Sauvignon and you want to try something else. Cabernet Franc is like its spicier cousin. It's a French grape, typically, and it's used in Bordeaux blend, a French wine called Bordeaux, blended with Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Cabernet Franc is a wine that I pair with this Korean barbecue. That's why I bring it. Because it has a little bit of an edge. Cabernet Sauvignon works great with steak, nice big juicy steak, but this is different. This is a different cut of steak, and we'll talk about the steak later. But the Cabernet Franc really cuts through the flavorful Korean barbecue. Because this barbecue is going to have a lot of flavor, and the Cabernet Franc really complements that flavor. Okay. So we have about 2 tablespoons here. Okay. Roughly 2 tablespoons of ginger. If you like a lot of ginger, add 3 tablespoons. Not a fan of ginger, 1 tablespoon would work. Next step, garlic.